pothole sweeper. It's actually a scanner that can scan the road surface and detect any abnormalities, like potholes. How does it work? Well, let's see. There are many types of technologies that you can use. One of the technologies that is ultrasonic sensors that we will demonstrate in a few seconds. The other one is LiDAR technology, which is a much more efficient and, let's say, better way of scanning the road. It's actually a laser that goes into a prism, and it actually scans the entire, maps the entire road. It creates a 3D model of the road. This can, all the data that you gather with that sensors can be sent with a GPS coordinated with a picture to a server, which in turn can be accessed either by Google or Waze or whatever, or by City Hall in order to control their road infrastructure. So let's go down to the demo. Okay, so basically, can we film the site now? Basically, every time the LED lights up, it signals that an abnormality has happened in the surface of the road. Sorry. So we can now see, not really, but we're trying. Okay, the GPS is a bit off because we're inside, but you can see the picture of the road, the abnormality in the road. Okay, so we know it can be done. How do we monetize this? Well, there are different ways. One is, let's say, sell it to non-profit organizations, which will in turn sue the City Hall and say, okay, look, this road is so dangerous that you have how many accidents on it due to that reason. You can sell it to Waze or navigation systems that can use that data in order to give you a better timing. So yeah, if you drive a Ferrari, and the speed limit is 100 miles, but the road is like after Kosovo, well, doesn't really do the work. And also, it will help the City Hall in moving faster and prioritizing the repairs. So if you know that based on the severity of the damage, and also on the fact that in some roads are with heavy traffic, maybe you want to choose that road to repair first. Yeah, and also you can receive on your navigation system alerts telling you that, okay, be careful, on the road ahead you have damage or potholes or something like this. So if you're driving a motorbike, you might be interested in that. Now you have sound, you know that? Nice thing in your ear. Okay, who do we sell it to? Well, automobile companies would be a start. They already have a lot of sensors implemented on their cars, on smart cars. We just need to bring the backend and adjust to their sensors. Most of the cars nowadays have LiDAR already implemented for braking systems, for different applications. You can use the same reading for a surface reading. City halls. Well, in UK, they already spent last year about 3 million euros on fines due to potholes. So I think they can invest some money into this if they prevent if they can save some budget. That's it. Questions?
So the questions of the team number 9.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
They are dead now.
I know we're awesome. There's no
Okay,
questions
let's move to
actually.
the jury questions.
If you're using ultrasonic sensors, you have about 15 degrees cone-shaped scanning area. And if you're using LiDAR systems, it depends on the height of the vehicle, how high you mount the sensor. It can get only to 4 meters or even more. If you're using, again, ultrasonic sensors, you're limited to 50 miles an hour. If you're using LiDAR systems, you can go to 100 plus. The LiDAR, imagine the LiDAR system is scanning 150 times, 100,000 times per second. And it's actually, now it's cheap. A LiDAR system costs around 150 euros. So for an automobile company, it's peanuts.
Jury's question.
How do you deploy it and how reliable is? Yeah.
Well, if we convince, for example, Renault to put a LiDAR sensor in front of the car, let's say the sensitivity of that system is next to I don't know, millimeter, something like this. So it's easy to implement. It's not very costly to implement for them. It's just another sensor that you need to put in the car. The hard part is on the back end. The more you scan the road, the faster you scan the road, the more data you have. That means the hard part will be on the back end. How much data you want to transmit? You don't transmit all the data. You transmit only when you have abnormalities in the road. So if you're scanning like that, yeah, it's doable with limited resources. If you want to create actually a 3D mapping of an entire road, well, it gets a bit complicated. But it's scalable. It's not something that it can't be done. It's just a matter of money.
But as far as I know, LiDAR unit is what, 10,000?
No. Well, LiDAR unit is 200 euros. A sensor, I mean a LiDAR camera that can scan this, it's 200 euros. The heavy duty stuff, well, it's another question. Because you can have a LiDAR here scanning inside, it's cheap, but try putting that in the rain, snow, I don't know, different hostile environments, then it gets complicated. That's why let's say the heavy duty stuff that is used right now in different countries for scanning surfaces, it's very expensive. It's around 10,000 K.
Actually, LiDAR is used in avionics technology, scanning the surface of the ground. And that unit, of course, it costs a lot of money. But we want to scan just a couple of meters ahead of us. So,
Okay.
yes.
So if you go to the small distance,
Exactly.
it's cheaper.
The bigger the area, the more complex it is and the most expensive it is.
Regarding the data upload, we can upload to the devices some whole profiles, let's say. We don't want to push all the data scanned towards the platform. We just define some profiles and those data we can.
And also with the data that you collect from a certain country, you can actually adjust your business model. You don't sell Ferrari in Afghanistan because they don't have roads. You can easily sell a Land Rover